Hello, Book Talk. Um, so I've been meaning to talk about this a little bit, and I don't want to take too much time to do so, but I felt like I really wanted to kind of talk a little bit about one of my favorite writers, a guy by the name of Harlan Ellison. Ellison died back on June 28th, 2018. I remember the date because it's actually the date of my wife and I's wedding anniversary. And this past May would have been his 90th birthday. And I meant to do something then, and I missed it. And then I meant to do something on the anniversary of his death, and I missed it. I'm going to do it now. And the reason I'm going to be doing it is because I have in my hand, and I think Harlan would be proud of this. He used to do things like this all the time. I have in my hand some books here. And this book here is a book of his short stories called Greatest Hits. And this is the republication of a short story anthology he edited called Dangerous Visions, and its sequel, again Dangerous Visions. And these are really nice hardcover editions. And the reason I'm bringing these up is because these are all new. Greatest Hits is a new collection of previously published stories. I mean, you won't find any new stories in here. But if you've never read Ellison, this is a great place to start. It's got some of his best stories in there. With a guy who wrote over 1,700 short stories, articles, what have you, it's kind of hard to narrow it down, and there'll always be some that you go, oh man, why didn't they include? Like, for instance, I really wish that they had included the resurgence of Miss Anklestrap Wedgie, which is one of my favorite novellas of his, but I understand why they didn't. I mean, they've got Repent Harlequin Said the TikTok Man, which is a classic, and I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and Deathbird, The Deathbird, and The Whimper Whip Dogs, which are all classics. They have Jeff D is 5, which is one of my favorite stories, makes me cry. Pretty Maggie Money Eyes, Shatterday. I mean, they have some fantastic stories in here. I mean, there are a few that I kind of go, oh man, why don't they have this? But that's okay. That's okay. It's a really, really great collection of his work with some good introductions by modern writers and stuff. So, Greatest Hits is out. I haven't read it yet, but I've read most of the stories in there already. I can't wait. I'll be digging in at some point. A couple of other books to read. Then Dangerous Visions is the anthology that sort of changed science fiction back in the 1960s. I'm trying to remember what year it was published. I want to say 68, but it might have been earlier, 67. And I mean, I remember reading this anthology back in 2000. Oh my gosh, it was still relevant then, and I don't suspect that in 2024 that these stories won't be relevant. Still, some of them might be a little bit dated, but not too much. Again, Dangerous Visions is really, for me, the big thing, because I have not seen a republished version of this since I started reading Ellison way back when I was 19 years old. I'm 46 now, so and coming out this fall will be the much awaited The Last Dangerous Visions, which I'm really looking forward to. I know that one's a little controversial because it's coming out. It was never finished during Ellison's lifetime, and it's coming out, and some people are skeptical about its quality and whatnot. But I really don't think that his literary executor, which is the writer J. Michael Straczynski, would put something out that wasn't terrific, because he has nothing to gain by that. The purpose is to keep Ellison's name out there, to keep his memory alive, and to keep his work out there. And for years, I've been recommending his books to people, and they always have trouble finding them. They have to go online. They have to find... This is the Barnes & Noble edition. They have I think, a reddish version that's outside of Barnes & Noble. Other bookstores, you can get them easily. I've seen all these books at my local Barnes & Noble. They'll be at yours. If not, order them. If you don't want to go there, go to an independent bookstore. If they don't have it, order it. This is, I mean, he won probably more awards in the science fiction, fantasy, horror genres than any other writer, and he won awards outside of those genres too. So money well spent right here. This collection costs $20. This is the Barnes & Noble special one, so the other one might cost a little bit less, but totally worth it. Totally worth it. So, yeah, Ellison's work is in my DNA for sure. So, yeah, greatest hits, Harlan Ellison. Thank you.